Hi, it's Vex, and today we're talking about this little card right here, Doubling Season. That's right, it's as if Doubling Season had two babies, Vorinclex and Adrix and Nev Twincasters, two legendary babies. We're not really talking about Vorinclex, so put that aside there. We're just talking about our new Commander 2021 Quandrix Legendary, Adrix and Nev. And what it has is it's 2 green-blue, Ward 2. I know, it's very special. That's important, actually. And Ward 2 is whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, counter it unless that player plays 2 generic mana. So this is kind of like pseudo-hexproof. It's like a hexproof tax, frost armor or something. But the important part is this line right down here. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. That is the token half right here of Doubling Season. So they have now created a token doubler in the command zone, which is amazing. It's cool. And they've added another color, blue, which is better than Vorinclex, which is the counters half of the Doubling Season in the command zone. They have the tokens half. So this is much different than the Vorinclex deck tech I did because it involves tokens. That's right, copy tokens, insect tokens, tons of tokens. Look at this. Look at all these tokens. There's just lots of tokens going around because this deck wants all of them. Right, you see so many tokens still flipping. And cool, the precon comes with these little thicker cardboard-like cards. I don't know what to use them for, but whatever. They're pretty neat. So use that here and take our giant stack of tokens, because that's exactly what this deck wants us to do. We'll put them aside here. And then it also comes with a cool secondary commander, Essex Fractal Bloom, which is really, really cool. 4 green, blue. It's actually a fractal itself too, so don't forget that if you're playing Fractal Tribal. Flying. It says the first time you create one or more tokens during each of your turn, you may instead choose a creature other than Essex. Create that many tokens that are copies of that creature. So it's kind of like the Mystic Reflection card that was in the previous set, Kaldheim. So it's cool. It's not as powerful as Adrix and Nev Twincasters. Well, for this deck, it's not as powerful. For other decks, it might be really, really powerful. So a really good secondary commander. It comes in the precon as well, too, so definitely have that there. And in the genre of token making, this card is spiked big. Hopefully you guys have a copy. If not, hopefully they reprint it soon. Maybe in Modern Horizons 2, who knows. Parallel Lives, essentially the same text as Adrix and Nev, double tokens. Here we have our Doubling Season, so we have some doubling. 2 cards that complement Adrix and Nev perfectly well. Doubling. So if you have, let's say, Adrix and Nev and Parallel Lives, you make quadruple tokens. And if you have Parallel Lives, Doubling Season, and Adrix and Nev, you 8x tokens. So very, very, it gets out of control the more you have. Okay, let's talk about token generators. Of course, we want to make tokens, right? We need token generators. So these are the creatures that generate tokens. And some come from the precon, some I've added, so pretty powerful creatures here. Reform. And Reform is like almost immune to like board wipes because it keeps generating more different tokens. It essentially starts as 0-1, then if that dies, upgrades to 3-3. If that dies, upgrades to 6-6. And if that dies, upgrades to 9-9. So it keeps on upgrading up as tokens. So Reform is really cool. And it's hard to kill because the more times you kill it, the bigger it gets, all the way up to like Kraken level. Now this is one of my favorite token creators, and it's in my Azusa deck as a foil. I wish I had foil insect tokens, the flying insect tokens, not like the Scoot Swarm ones. Hornet Queen. Now Hornet Queen works amazing with Essex right there as well. So, but we're talking about Adrix and Nev. Hornet Queen, ETB enters, makes 4 flying green Death Touch creature tokens. Another insect producer, Scoot Swarm, you get control. Again, very good, doubling these tokens. Now, usually when you think of tokens, you're thinking of creatures, but Tireless Tracker is amazing because it's card draw, It makes Tireless Tracker bigger. It's just, card draw is so good in Commander, so really good Tireless Tracker. Back to creatures, Rampaging Baloth. So these are the landfall. I forgot to mention that. Scoot Swarm, Tireless Tracker, Rampaging Baloths. I don't know how to exactly say it. Avenger Zendikar. Now this is really good with Essex, but again, we're talking about, we actually have Mystic Reflection, which is Essex in the deck. And we also have Essex in the deck as well. But doubling the tokens is awesome too. If you have doubling season, you get double tokens and double counters. Works great. One of my favorite from Rivals of Ixalan, or just in that block, Tender Shoot Dryad. The reason it's one of my favorite, it's got the City's Blessing, and it also lets you create a token on each person's turn. That's amazing. So if you have a doubler out, you create 2, then 2, then 2, then your own 2, so 8 per round, which is pretty neat. We have a new Coldheim, another commander that we can use actually is Coma, Cosmos Serpent. Makes it, again, same thing as Tender Shoot Dryad, makes a token every cycle, except for you can sack the Serpent for cool stuff, make things indestructible, or tap things, or remove the activated ability of things. So more token generation here. I love this Dika, Fractal Theorist. This is a Magecraft token maker. Let's actually read it since it's a brand new card from the precon itself. 4 and blue, Human Wizard. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put plus X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the spell's mana value. So I believe I looked this up, and I believe it works the same way as Zaxera. Is that when you have doubling season out with when you make fractals, you just make 2 tokens, but with this X counter. So X doesn't get doubled, the tokens get doubled. So that's how Zaxera works. Because I originally thought that you would make 2 tokens, then you would double the X +1/+1 counters. But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's in the rules text, is that you would make 2 tokens exactly with X +1/+1 counters. Now, come on, Hull Breacher, you have to admit, this card fits perfectly in this deck, and this is the extended art foil, so it's pretty neat. I pulled it in a pack. I'm very happy about it. Hull Breacher makes tokens, makes treasure tokens. It is a nasty card, but it fits so perfectly in this deck that I have to play it. It's just perfect. It's just perfect for the deck. All right, Seeka's Chariot. Now, these are non-creatures that make tokens. So before we were talking about all creatures, so let's put those away here. So these are non-creature token generators. I know usually everybody thinks of creature token generators, but non-creature ones. Seeka's Chariot is really cool because it's got 2 forms of token generation. So it's a new card. Let's read it. You get 3 in a green. When it ETBs, create 2 cat tokens. And when it attacks, you create a token that's a copy of target token you control. So either a cat or something bigger, which we'll see. And you accrue 4. So it makes enough cat tokens to actually accrue it. So it's really cool that it creates tokens on ETB and creates tokens on attack. And it's got the text of making any kind of token that's a copy of another token. Garrett Primal Hunter. I like Garrett because it's a good source of card draw. You could play Garrett and just minus it, draw a bunch of cards. Kind of like Return of the Wild Speaker. But you could also plus it and make some tokens, minus it, make some tokens. So it's got tokens and card draw everywhere. And it comes in a precon too, so it's really good. I do like using cards from the precon, especially mythics. So you don't have to go buy too many cards, but it's really good. Another spell token generator is Body of Research. Now, I thought about not adding this because it creates a giant token, but the token doesn't have any rules text except for just being a token. But I had to add this because it's so much fun. You pay triple green, triple blue, and you just make a giant, like 60/60 whatever token. You can double it. It's just fun. Sometimes you play Commander just to have fun. You like just play this card to have fun. You don't have to be optimal. This card is, I don't consider it the best because you can just be chump blocked by a 1/1, but it's just super fun because it's super big. Paradox Zone, a new card from the precon again, 4 and green. When ETBs, I love this card. ETBs with the growth counter at the beginning of your end step. So right away, double the number of growth counters on Paradox Zone. Then create a 0/0 green blue fractal creature token and put X +1 counters on it, where X is the growth counters, the number of growth counters on Paradox Zone. So it comes ETBs, you get 1 counter, and in a turn you double it and you make a 2/2 fractal. So it's so Starts off as 2/2 fractal, and then you double counters to 4, makes 4/4 fractal and 8/8 and so on. It gets pretty darn big. We have another card, Precon Sequence Engine. X, tap, exile target creature with mana value X, create a fractal token with X. So this is very good because it's graveyard hate. I really like cards that are in your theme and are graveyard hate, because graveyard decks are just everywhere nowadays. So this is a good card. Theoretical Duplication. So this is an extremely neat card. I think this would be good in many commander decks. This is whenever non-token creature enters a battlefield under opponent's control this turn, create a token that's a copy of that creature. So say an opponent plays a Vorinclex out. Well, Vorinclex is in the stack. You just play Theoretical Duplication, you get your own Vorinclex. You can just copy people's commanders. This is amazing as they're casting it. So this is really good. If you do copy somebody's commander with Adrix and Nev out, you would legendary roll yourself, so you don't get one, but you still get their commander, a copy of their commander, not exactly their commander, but it's cool. Zuri's Predation. This is cool. For each creature your opponents control, create a 4/4 green beast creature token. So for every opponent, you make a 4, and then those beasts fight a different one of those creatures. So there's actually a rules text. A rules thing is that if you have Adrix and Nev out, you would make double the amount of 4/4s, but only the original 4/4s would have to fight, because they can't have 2 beasts fighting 1 creature. So that's how that works. Then we have the Big Daddy spell, Clone Legion, 7 blue, a 9-mana spell that should hopefully hypothetically win you the game. For each creature target player controls, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that creature. So you target a player. For each creature that they have, you put a token onto your battlefield. And then if you have Adrix and Nev, you get double the tokens. So that's sweet. Okay, Glasspool Mimic. So these are the some copy spells, because we like to copy our token creatures, or stuff that we've made. And plus is MDFC, Mono Double Face card. So that's good. Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. I know we have the etched foil one, the real etched foil, not the fake Strixhaven etched foil. And this is cool because it if you can copy something and then it has the legend rule does not apply. So what you can do is you can copy your commander here, have 2 of these, and now quadruple tokens, and then now you can copy the Sakashima version of your commander and have more tokens. So you get extremely out of control with Sakashima here, which I love. You have Spark Double. It turns a legendary creature into a non-legendary creature. So again, you can have your Adrix and Nev copies, Spark Doubled. Host of Helm. It's an equipment that essentially makes token copies at the beginning of your beginning of your combat, and then also makes it a lot non-legendary. More Adrix and Nev tokens. You see the theme here is that we have these 3 cards that essentially copy our commander here. So it's pretty neat. Crackling Counterpart. Make a token that's a copy of target creature you control. So if you do get Sakashima and Adrix and Nev out at the same time, you would want to copy the Sakashima one because it has the additional legend rule doesn't apply text on it. So that's pretty cool. Or you can copy whatever you want here, Hornet Queen, whatever, etc. We have Repudiate, Replicate, counter target, activate, or trigger ability. That does come up. So remember, it does have that ability, but it has a Replicate. Make a copy of a creature you control. Same thing as Crackling Counterpart. Crackling Counterpart has flashback too, so if necessary, you can play it. But I've never seen anybody play it for its flashback cost because it costs 7. Sublime Epiphany. This is the most important part. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Same text, except for it has all these other abilities. Counter spell, counter ability, draw a card, return target creature to its owner's hand, blah blah blah, whatever. That's the important part right there. Okay, so we have other ways to copy things. Mimic VAT. So this is cool when a non-token creature, dies. You may exile and imprint it onto Mimic VAT, but you can only imprint 1 at a time essentially. Then pay 3, tap, put a token onto the battlefield as a copy of the exiled card. It gains haste, exile at the beginning of next end step, so you get some ETB triggers and stuff like that. Really cool, Mimic VAT. Then Spitting Image. It's got retrace. It also comes with precons. Really cool again. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. So your creature or your opponent's creature. So you gotta remember which one says your own creatures and which one says any creature. Essentially Spitting Image. Right of Replication. create a token and target creature, so any creature again, and then you kick it, you make 5 of them. So amazing. And imagine if you kick it with your commander out. That's even better. All right, we go to the non-token theme stuff. You know, the regular commander necessities, I should say. Return of the Wild Speaker, draw some cards, do some overrunning. I guess this is token involved. Card draw. This is card draw. This is card draw. You draw a card, activate it only if you can create a token this turn. That's good, right? Or you can sack it and make a token if necessary, but I would just like to keep drawing cards. Keep the cards flowing. Look at it. Curiosity Crafter. This is a Quandrix owl here, but it doesn't have the Quandrix symbol, but we know it's from Quandrix. Flying, you have no maximum hand size, 3 in the blue, of course. Whenever a creature token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. We're doing lots of tokens. Bam, swing it in, draw some cards. Speaking of card draw, I mean, we're in Simic, come on. You didn't think I wouldn't add Earl. It's a card draw, ram spell. Gives you something to do with the graveyard. This deck is not very graveyard-centric. All right, almost non-existent graveyard centricity. But Earl is just such a good threat and just keeps things flowing. Protection here, we have the usual Sweep of Protection, but except for we only have Sweep of Boots. We do not have Lightning Greaves because we want to target our stuff, because we want to copy things. So we don't want to have any rules shenanigans happen with us where we Lightning Greaves try to target that creature. Swift of Boots. That's the way to go. Guardian Augmenter. So this is cool because it's 2 in a green, flash, and commander creatures you control get +2/+2, but the important part is commander creatures you control have hexproof. So if somebody targets your creature, or your commander, I mean, you just flash this in, bam, hexproof. So it's very good. Heroic Intervention. Again, this is hexproof, indestructible, more protection. You got tons of tokens, you want to keep them alive. You just, the Heroic Intervention does that for you. Fierce Guardianship. So we don't have a lot of counter spells because, I figure out people don't like getting their stuff countered a lot. But you got to include Fierce Guardianship. Got to protect your commander. Okay, so we are moving on to our removal. I know, Simic removal. That doesn't sound right. But even our removal makes tokens. Granted that, like Amphimutineer, we make tokens. If we make tokens for the opponents, it's not doubled, thank God. But if we make tokens for ourselves, it's doubled, which is really cool. So let's read some of our token removal type deals. The Amphimutineer from Commander Legends is really good. When ETBs, exile 1 target non-salamander creature, even your own creature. That creature's controller creates a 4/3 blue salamander warrior creature token. Now, if you exile your own creature, maybe you want to upgrade some dorky creature, you would make a 4/3, and if you have Adrix and Nev, you make 2 4/3s. But it's really good. It's got Encore too. The Encore part is it makes tokens, so this Encore would double mad tokens, so you get exile a bunch of things here. So this is very good removal on both sides, the front half and the Encore half. Very good. But Pongify, Rapid Hybridization, make some tokens. All right. I know this doesn't make tokens, Cyclonic Rift, but Cyclonic Rift, you're playing blue. Auto include. We have a new card, Perplexing Test. It's not, it's kind of like a Cyclonic Rift. It's 3 blue. Here it is. Choose one. Return all creature tokens to their owner's hands, which you do not want to choose most of the time because you are a token deck. But next one, you do want to choose most of the time, 99%, maybe 100, who knows. Return all non-token creatures to their owner's hands. So you have all your tokens, you have some non-token creatures. You return your own non-token creatures, but you keep all your army of tokens. Really good. More removal that creates tokens. Why not? We got to be on theme, right? We got to be on theme. Raven Form, exile artifact creature. This is in blue. This is a very huge bend in blue. Another artifact destroying card. Because artifact destroying colors are Naya colors, red, white, and green. Now blue. It's getting a little dicey with the color pie here with Raven Form. And it's got Foretell too, why not? Now this is a really cool card. Oversimplify. It's kind of crazy to even read this on a Simic card. 3 green, blue. Get this, the first line says, exile all creatures. Wow. Like, am I reading this correctly on a Simic card? I am. Each player creates a fractal with number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the total power of creatures they controlled that were exiled. So you just take all the creatures and make one big creature out of it. So you're oversimplifying the board. Beast Within. I know it's really on theme today, isn't it? These creature removals or just removal spells that make tokens. Corrosive Grip, we just added it because it is a Strixhaven archive card. It looks really good. Sometimes you want to destroy something at split second, and this thing works great. Here's what I was talking about, like Essex, Mystic Reflection. It also does have Foretell. And it's, choose target non-legendary creature. Next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers enter the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of the chosen creature. Remember, non-legendary. So that is really good at copying things. Now, for instance, a really good combo with Mystic Reflection is your friend Avenger Zendikar. You play Avenger. Avenger has the plant token trigger on the stack. You play Mystic Reflection. They all come as copies of Avenger Zendikar. Then make more tokens, or Hornet Queen, stuff like that. So very good combo. Some utility cards here. This is my green auto include here, Balagad Recovery. I plan on a video doing my auto include staples. These aren't like crazy powerful cards, but just good role players. Balagad Recovery is such a good role player. Anzamol double face card. Eternal Witness. Ewit. It does have a teeny graveyard theme. It's Balagad Recovery, Eternal Witness. That's why I love Graveyard Hate, because it affects like 90% of decks, because they always use the graveyard somehow. All right, we have those guys. We do have a 4 mana cost commander right here. So what we do is we've concentrated our ramp into a lot of 2-drops, because we just want to get our commander out turn 3 when everybody's still ramping, distracted, and then bam, turn 4 go off. Secure Tribe Elder, Farseek. Into the north, we're playing snow-covered lands. That's right, Nature's Lore, Ramp and Growth, 3 visits. Right there, a bunch of 2-mana ramp, along with our artifact ramp. Cultivate, because it's got a mystical archive, why not? Dominus Reach. Those are like almost auto-includes in most green decks. Quandrix Cultivator. Now, I keep mentioning this, but maybe I have not mentioned this enough. Commander is a casual format. You don't have you don't need the most optimum cards ever, and I really like this turtle druid, the Quandrix Cultivator. It's a little clunkier, but it's just, I love the picture, I love the art. Just include cards you love. And when ETBs, search your library for a basic forest or island card, put it in the battlefield, then shuffle. Not tap, just put it in the battlefield. So it's cool. I like it. It's not the most efficient thing because it costs 4 mana, but it makes a creature. Can be copied. Can, grab you more lands as being copied. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Simic Signet. So more 2 mana ramp here. So we got a huge stack of 2 mana ramp. Some 3 and 4 mana ramp. Some of the lands, the usual land package, right? You always have Command Tower. That's a super auto include. Playing a 2-color deck, you always include the Commander Legends land. I had this Rimewood Falls from Kaldheim. It's a Forest Island along with Brooding Pool, which is also Forest Island. Some more dual lands here and there. The new Vine Glimmer Snarl. So I have more dual lands than I usually play. I usually don't play Temples because I want my lands untapped, but I am playing Temples and Simic Growth Chamber because of this Field of the Dead. Yes, it's on theme. It makes tokens, so we had to include it. Aboro, Palace in the Clouds. I mean, this is getting more expensive, but it's good because you can just keep on continually triggering landfall by returning this to your hand, playing it over and over again. Misty Rainforest, a little fetch land action. We do have Doubling Season in our deck. And, why not add a little +1/+1 counter theme? Again, we have additional lands for Field of the Dead. Novagen, Heart of Progress, more +1/+1 counters. And then we had to include the Legera Mirror Lake, which, ETBs, taps for blue, but it has 2 green-blue. Tap and sack. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it enters the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it. And then activate only as a sorcery. Oops, I kind of moved off camera. Sorry about that. Right there. So you got to make some token copies with your lands. Same as Mirror Pool. You got to make some token copies with your lands. Graveyard Hate, necessary. Always necessary. Scavenger Grounds. And then you have some split between Snow-Covered Forest and regular forest, Snow-Covered Islands and regular islands for the Field of the Dead into the North trick. Okay. This is the deck. Oh, I love this deck. This deck is super fun. I made tons of Avengers Zendikars before. That's the funnest thing. When you go Avengers Zendikar with Essex or with Mystic Reflection here, it just makes your day. Now, your opponent's day is not really made, but your day is made. Okay, let me shuffle this up real quick. But before we break, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Smash the subscribe button. Help support the channel. Support my content. Hit notification bell if you really, really like me and want to hear me all the time. Smack that notification bell. The deck list in the description below, along with TCG Player affiliate link. I'm going to shuffle this up, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Turn number 1. Let's do this. Goldfish. I know. I actually love goldfishing. Sometimes I just sit around my table and just goldfish all the time. It's really fun. If you don't do it, you should try it. Okay, so we got 2 lands. Secretly, a secret land here, which we're actually just going to turn around right here because it's got to be Balgate Sanctuary because we need some green mana. We got some ramp spells. 1 token generator, a little copying. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we can do this. Okay, turn 1. Draw a card. Sublime Epiphany. We do not have mana to cast that thing. Maybe one day, who knows? We'll just play Balgate Sanctuary right away. Okay, I know a lot of people hate to do this and always play it last minute. But look, this thing is a land. Just play it as a land. Don't be like, oh, I'm losing value. Just do it. Okay. Draw this card. This is not a forest, so your Hinterland Harbor does not come in untapped. So I would play a snow-covered island. Tap this. Go Nature's Lore. The Nature's Lore is a force, not basic force, just any force. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our Rhinewood Falls, if we could find that. Snowland, because we don't have 1 mana play. It does come in untapped, but we don't have 1 mana play, so we will just keep strolling through our deck for that. So we could get Breeding Pool, but we're like, we might actually need it to come in untapped for whatever reason. So we're just gonna get our Rhinewood Falls. It does exclude it from into the north, but we don't have it in our opening hand, so it's like whatever. Right here, Rhinewood Falls coming here. Into the north can still get a snow-covered island or snow-covered forest, so it's not that big of a deal. It's trade-offs everywhere. A game of Magic is all about trade-offs, and this is definitely turn 2, not turn 1. We ramped. We're like, bam. Here, turn 3. Let's see what we got here. Surprised me good. Raven form. Okay, it's got Foretell in here, so we have choices. We'll play our Hinterland Harbor. We could play our commander, and next turn play Tenor Street Dryad, or we could ramp 1 more. So we did draw a land. So what we could do is, we came here to play our commander, so we will play our commander. That's right. We'll play our commander, Adrix and Nev. Right there, we got the little thicker cardboard one. Why not? We say go. So that's what we want to do. Play a ramp spell on turn 2. Play our commander turn 3. So turn 4, we have our spell. So we're going to do here. Do that. Play 10 shoot Dryad. Bam, bam, bam. Attack, why not? And it's got Ward 2, so it's harder to destroy. Remember that Ward 2 when somebody tries to swords it. Be like, hey, you got to pay 2 for that? Nope, counter. Okay. All right, and it's got City's Blessing. Do we even have City's Blessing token? Oh, no, we don't. We got to grab it. Okay, we got to grab that one. All right, so turn 1, we'll make 2 Saplings. Get our here. We'll make 2 Saplings. Next turn, next player, another 2. Next player, another 2. And then we'll have City's Blessing. Let me see. But if you don't have all your tokens, you can always do this. Take a little thing and go, kind of like a little sun. City's Blessing. So now we have City's Blessing. That's there. I maybe write the word City's Blessing. Blessing. City's Blessing. There we go. So people understand what it means. City's Blessing. These Infi tokens are very useful. Okay, so now we've made tons of tokens. We go back to our turn, make more tokens. Kabam. Now, draw a card. All right, do we ramp or do we do some more shenanigans? I know we got our handful of cards, but we're looking really good. We have City's Blessing, meaning that these things are 3/3s. We could go really hard here. We could see here. I think what we want to do is just Sakashima. Boom. I mean, we came here to do that, right? This is an Adrix and Nev, another one, non-legendary version. Okay, so if this actually happens, we can attack our 3/3s. This is turn 5. Attack our 3/3s, we're going to say go. So this is what was going to happen. Each turn cycle, we're going to get 4 tokens. Double. This is the Cyclonic version. 4, right, another 4, and then another 4. So that's 20 tokens right there. Back to our turn, the last 4 here. Kaboom. Turn 6. Here, so this is great. We're doing it. Bam, draw a card. Kodama's Reach. So this is choices here. We cannot play Sublime Epiphany. I think it's time to ramp, right? Like it's time to ramp. We'll play Kodama's Reach. What can we do after Kodama's Reach? Play Raven Form here, and then we could actually play it or foretell it. But let's just do a Kodama's Reach here. Reach in here, get a snow-covered forest. Get our forest. Let's get another. Let's get another forest into our hand. We'll just play that here. We'll shuffle this deck up. You know, we'll play our Raven Form here. Boom, bam. All right. 1 turn cycle goes by. We make 4 times 4. We're running out of dice here. Tokens. That made more tokens. They're summoning sick. Bam, turn 7. Let's just do one more turn, just for fun. This is super fun. Let's do it. Field of the Dead. Okay. Wow. Do we have all different colors? Nope, these 2 are the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we do not make additional land unless we get caught. Oh, look at our cultivator help us out here. So what can we do? We can play Host of Helms, Sublime Epiphany. Let's do Quandrix Cultivator. Yeah. All right, so we play this here. Then we'll just we'll play our green land here. And then we'll grab Quandrix Cultivator. We'll grab a regular island, not a snow-covered island. And it comes to play untapped too. Ooh. That's pretty neat. Okay. Then we'll shuffle this up here. Well, I guess we could play Field of Dead. Either way, Field of Dead or Quandrix Cultivator second. So you have 1 land, 1 type of land, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we messed up. Takes these backsies. We'll just wait for this. We'll play Field of Dead tapped. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different lands. Right here, 7. Okay. We'll make ourselves 4 zombies. That's right, 4 zombies. Right here. We'll just we're running out of space. We're running out of dice and space. 4 zombies. And then we'll play our Quandrix Cultivator. Play this into the untapped. And then make another 4 zombies here. I know, we're doing it. This is what we want to do, right? Make tons of zombies, all the fun stuff. And then we have a 4-drop. And then we could play, you know, Host of Helms. So we can make another Adrix and Nev next turn. Why not? Play Host of Helms. Go another rotation. And make tons more tokens. Make tons more zombies. Put Host of Helm on our Sakashima version, Adrix and Nev. Make more of those. Then go to town. Yes, this is exactly what we want to do with this deck. I love this card, Quandrix Cultivator, so much fun. All right, if you enjoy this video, enjoy this deck tech, give it a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted when I have new videos. And, as always, have a wonderful day.